Judo ve Dünya Şampiyonası 6. gününde soğukları.
And now, dear friends, please welcome the athletes on mat 3. First round for men under 100 kilos. In blue judo representing Slovakia, Matej Hayas. And in white judo representing Japan, the world champion, Wolf Aron.
Tatami demek olur. 100 kilogram çekilen arasında Judo güne Joachim Harvey, İsveç, rakibi Judo güne Selim Kopsoyev, Azerbaycan.
Tatami 1, first round for men under 100 kilos. Please welcome in blue judo representing France, Alexander Igi. And in white judo representing Ivory Coast, Kofi Green, Kubena. And now, dear spectators, please welcome the referees.
Hakimleri davet edeyim ve alkışlarınızdan yarışmamız başlıyor.
Well, a very good morning and welcome to Baku for day 6 of the World Championships. We're going to start by taking a look at the contests in the under 100 kilo category, and we've got a real treat on our hands because the opening contest on mat number 3, which is what we're watching, features the current world champion, Wolf Aron of Japan. He's up against Maciej Hajas of Slovakia. It's Hajas in the white judogi, Wolf in blue. We've only seen Wolf once since he took the title in Budapest last year. He competed at the Budapest Grand Prix in August, a month or so ago, and he won that. So having waited a year to see Wolf take to the tatami again, he took to the tatami in exactly the same place that he won the world title. Now, here he is in Baku for his opening contest. Round 1 in the under 100 kilo category. We're sharing mat 3 with Pool D of the under 100 kilo category, Pool C, and Pool D of the under 78 kilo category. So that's what you'll get to see here. Our other streams and our other broadcasts have got the other mats if you want to watch those. Neil Adams and Esther Stam on mat number 2, and it's Jean Shin and Loretta Cusack-Doyle on mat 1. No score yet. A single Shido to Wolf, and Hajas now joins him. It's a Shido apiece. Hajas looking to go over on the right side there, but Wolf blocks that easily. No real threat at the moment. Half the contest gone, just the two Shidos on the board. Wolf picked one up, Hajas picked one up, looking for the opening score. Slightly subdued start from Wolf here. Haven't seen anything to light the venue up yet. Maybe he's the kind of guy that needs to be pushed a little bit and encouraged into coming up with something. I just hasn't been able to do that yet. Little Nashi was from Wolf. Just had just off balance for a moment, but he didn't follow it up. Minute 22 left to go. There you go. Left Uchimata from Wolf with a minute or so left on the clock. Launches into that, and he launches Hajas at the same time. So Wolf safely through to round 2. 3 rounds. Quarter-final, semi-final, and final. 54 judokas in the weight category. Wolf goes through to round 2, where he'll face Kirill Denisov of Russia. That will be his second round contest.
The next contest on Tatami 3. First round for men under 100 kilos.
Well, because Wolf wasn't competing much last year, well, not at all, he only competed once this year, he came in unseeded. So he's going to come up against the number 4 seed in round 2, Kirill Denisov of Russia. I don't think they've fought before, Wolf and Denisov. Anyway, we've got the next contest on mat number 3. Round 1 continues of the under 100 kilo category. Patrick Moser of Switzerland faces Daniel Ditchev of Bulgaria. It's Moser in the white judogi, Ditchev in blue. There are 2 Russians in Pool D. I mentioned that because we've already, well, we know that Wolf will face Denisov, and then the other Russian in that pool is Niaz Ilyasov. He's got a bye into round 2.
First round for men under 100 kilos. Tatami 2. In blue judogi representing Serbia, Bojan Doshen. In white judogi representing Fiji, Devika Takayawa.
Ojigari from Ditchev, but Moser steps off that fairly easily. Just hopped off that effort. Nippon sending low down on the right side. Moser picked up of Shido there. Now the Osaikomi from Dichev, Kamishio Gatami from the Bulgarian. Looks nice and tight from there. Patrick Moser's not going to escape, I'm afraid. Daniel Dichev wins that first round contest. He goes into round two. He'll face Karl Richard Frey of Germany.
Representing France, Rio de Janeiro Olympic Games bronze medalist Cyril Mare. In white judo representing Croatia, Zlatko Gumric. First round for men under 100 kilos, Tatami 3. In blue judo representing Estonia, Grigori Minashkin. In white judo representing Uzbekistan, Sherali Jurayev.
Right, coming up next on mat number 3, Sherali Jurayev of Uzbekistan faces Grigory Minashkin of Estonia. It'll be Jurayev in the white judogi, Minashkin in blue. And the winner of this one will face Niaz Ilyasov of Russia in round 2. That will be a tough one. I'm not saying that this isn't going to be tough, but Ilyasov is a real hope for the Russians, who, if truth be told, have not had the best of World Championships. Single silver medal is the haul for Russia up to this point. They got that on day one with Robert Shvidabadze in the under 60 kilo category. Lost out in that final. After that, the best that they've done with the women is a 7th place with Natalia Kuziyutina in the under 52 kilo category. And the 2 men who ended up in 7th place as well were Mikhail Pulyaev in the under 66 kilo category and Hassan Kalmuzaev in the under 81 kilo category. So extremely slim pickings for the Russian team up to this point. Denisov and Ilyasov will represent them today in the under 100 kilo category, and then in the under 78 kilo category they've also got a fighter in there. That is Alexandra Babintseva. We shall see her when she comes on to mat 3. Jurayev picks up a penalty for passivity. So sheet on the board against the Uzbek. Well, Juraev picked up a second penalty, Menashkin just the one. Problems for the Uzbek here. Can't afford another error. That'll put him out.
Judo ve Tatami'de evet olmuş. 100 kilogram birinci round. Judo'da
Menashkin flirting with the possibility of picking up a penalty for a false attack. I think what's going to happen here is Juraev is going to pick up a penalty for passivity, a third penalty. A disaster for the Uzbek, I'm afraid. Yeah. Yep, so it is. Grigory Menashkin through to the second round, and will face Niyaz Ilyasov of Russia in round 2.
First round for men under 100 kilos, Tatami 3. In blue judogi representing Belarus, Nikita Stevens. In white judogi representing Guinea, Michael Kalivogi.
Right, coming on to mat 3 now. Michel Kalivogi of Guinea faces Mikita Zvirid of Belarus. It's Kalivogi in the white judogi, Zvirid in blue. Had to pop down to the warm-up area early and chatted with the man from Guinea. Unfortunately, he gets caught right away here. Over he goes, and unfortunately, it's all over.
First round for men under 100 kilos. In blue judogi representing
Nikita Zvirid through to round 2 very quickly.
Judo ve Tatami'de evet olmuş. 100 kilogram çekirdesinde birinci round. Judo'da Kyle Reyes, Kanada. Legibi Judo'da Jason Kostler, Yeni Zelanda.
Well, that one was over so quickly that it may take a minute to get the next 2 fighters down here. They probably expected that one to go a little bit longer, at least longer than the 15 seconds that it did take. Anyway, they're on the way, making their way down to mat number 3 now. The 2 fighters are indeed Laurin Böhler of Austria and Danilo Hutsol of Ukraine. It's Böhler in the white judogi, Hutsol in blue. They start them early, don't they? Look.
in white judogi representing Austria, Laurin Böhler.
Here's Lukasz Kapalik there, the Olympic champion from Rio in under 100 kilos. He has a chance here to become world champion in the plus 100 kilo category. He'll be competing here tomorrow. We shall look forward to see, we are looking forward to seeing that. Böhler in the white judogi, Hutsol in blue.
Mehr, Gas, komm.
Правую руку отключай.
First minute gone, no score as yet. Both fighters active enough to have avoided picking up a penalty. That's what you want to see, isn't it?
Начинай. Отбирай руку.
Hertha, komm.
Oh, no, he slipped there. Ojigari brought Hutzol down, and there was a chance for Burla to work the shimiwaza, but it went begging. So both fighters back up on their feet now with 2:20 odd left to go.
Голова вверху. Это
Nützt es aus, schnell raus.
Well, Burla's managed to get a good grip here. Hasn't had many opportunities to open up. I'd suggest that this was a good time to have a big effort. Trying to get some kind of reaction from Hutzol so that he could set him up to bring him forward, but wasn't having any of it.
первым номером нужно работать. Первым номером атаковать, Данил. Голова вверху. Не сгибайся.
Hoch, weiter. Betrieb machen.
Minute to go then. No score between Burla and Hutzol. Strongest effort yet, but not quite good enough to come up with a score.
Millimetre Magneter'den 100 kilogram çekim derecesinde. İlk round. Güç oyunu. Liz Boyako, El Cezayir. Acil oyunu. Michal Horak, Çekya.
Hutzol has picked up a single Shido.
Komm.
We've got 40 seconds to go. Still searching for a score.
Правую руку держать.
Burla has just had the better of the attacks marginally. And there you go, ends up finishing up nicely. 20 odd seconds left to go. Yeah, Hutzol had it taken out of him there. Seotoshi from Burla.
Seitlich weg, seitlich.
So, Laurin Böhler it is, who wins out. He takes his place in round 2, and he'll be up against Mikita Zvirid of Belarus in round 2. Well, that completes the first round contests that we've got in Pool D of the men's under 100 kilo category. We've got round 2 coming up next, straight into round 2. Oh, beg your pardon. We do have one round 1 contest in the under 78 kilo category. My mistake. I read that incorrectly, and they're making their way to the mat now. Round 1 in the under 78 kilo category. Beata Pakut of Poland faces Nodira Yuldasheva of Uzbekistan. It's Pakut in the white judogi, Yuldasheva in blue.
First round, men under 100 kilos, Tatami 2. In blue judogi representing Dominican Republic, Luis Medina. In white judogi representing Lithuania, Karolis Bauza.
Evet olur. 100 kilogram çeker yaşında Göğütlük'te Sayın Pakistan.
There's the Uchimata. Ended up with kind of a Makikomi finish there, didn't she? She scores Wazari. Yeah, there's a second score for Beata Pakut, taking her safely into the second round. We only had one first round contest. And you've just seen that. Beata Pakut, 2 scores in there. She will face Bernadette Graf of Austria in round 2.
The next contest on Tatami 2 is first round for women under 78 kilos.
Well, we didn't have to wait long for the big guns to get into action. The reason for that is that the current world champion, Wolf Aaron of Japan, was unseeded due to his having not competed that much last year. Well, he didn't at all. And only this year did he have the one run out in Budapest where he won gold. So he was unseeded. That's thrown him in amongst the pigeons, and he's landed in the lap of Kirill Denisov of Russia. So that is our second round contest that we're featuring now. Denisov in the white judogi, Wolf in blue. And I suspect that this will be a stiffer test for Wolf than the Slovakian Matej Hajas offered up in round 1. We shall see. Well, one of these, only one of these can go forward. And Wolf, the current world champion, huge expectations for the Japanese. Plenty of people will have put some money on him. And then Denisov, well, what can you say about Kirill Denisov? 5 world medals. 5 world championship medals. Wolf over on that left side for quite a while there, but he didn't pick up a penalty. We're inside the 2 minutes left to go. Denisov with a grip on the belt here, trying to work something, then changes it. He'd held on to that for the allowed 5 seconds and then changed the grip. Almost came up with a little bit of a Sasai Tsurikomiyashi, but in the process, Wolf managed to take that over, and he ended up giving up the score. Yep. If you lip read Russian, you'll know exactly what he said there. So Wolf leads, having countered that Tsurikomi, well, Yoko Sutemiwaza effort from Denisov. The lead is Wazari. Well, he can't leave the arm over there for too long. He had to take the arm off. Wolf picked up a penalty for a false attack. Here comes Denisov again. But what he can't do is to put the arm over and then set up. He's just been given a little bit of leeway there to get the arm over.
The next contest on Tatami 2. First round for women under 78 kilos. In blue judogi representing Belgium, Sophie Berger. In white judogi representing Germany, Anna Maria Wagner.
Denisov just being encouraged to get back to his feet after that defeat. That is painful. Ouch. Wolf of Japan is the winner of that second round contest. He goes into round 3, and Denisov, one of 2 Russians in the weight category, he goes out.
Second round for men under 100 kilos, Tatami 3. In blue judogi representing Bulgaria, Daniel Dichev. In white judogi representing Germany, Karl-Richard Frey.
Well, on the mat now, Karl-Richard Frey of Germany faces Daniel Dichev of Bulgaria. It's Frey in the white judogi, Dichev in blue. The winner of this will go through to round 3 and face Wolf Aaron of Japan.
Welcome to second round for men under 100 kilos. In blue judo representing Sweden, Joakim Torby. In white judo representing the Netherlands, Michael Corel.
Два ще го с двете ръце твое, това ще го отгоре, чуваш ли ме? Това ще го да друг сец. Тебе да бърга.
Both fighters have picked up a penalty apiece. Halfway through the contest. That's the second time that the coach has been warned, not in this contest, but got warned in the first contest. He's got warned again. He's going to have to watch himself.
Vinner Tatami tävlet om yhdystilakonsepteetissa Kyrgyzstan. Thomas Britseno. Chile, tekniker, avslagida Ali Al-Zaidi.
Again, another fighter who's aware of the rules here. Dichev, he just hung on to one side for a while and then just at the right time managed to change that, tidy things up and avoid picking up the penalty. Second penalty picked up by Dichev. Oh, that was a long way away. Even the Bulgarian coach wasn't impressed with that particular effort by his own man. He picks up a penalty for a false attack. It's a third penalty. And Karl Richard Frey on the back of that third penalty picked up by his opponent goes through to round 3, where he will face Wolf Aaron, the current world champion.
Second round for men under 100 kilos, Tatami 3.
Right, the next of the under 100 kilo category contests down on mat number 3. For the first time today, we get to have a look at Niyaz Ilyasov of Russia. He faces Grigory Menashkin of Estonia. It's Ilyasov in the white judogi, Menashkin in blue.
Second round for men under 100 kilos.
zigzaggy effort from Menashkin. It was slow to develop, and Ilyasov used his gymnastic ability to step out on that one.
Videoda Tatami'de evet o 100 kilogram çekim derecesinde bir judo. Judo'da Azmi Amerika Birleşmiş Ştatları rakibi Judo'da Kırgızistan, Hong Kong, Batı, Moğolistan.
No scorers yet. The first minute out of the way. Both fighters remain penalty free. Single medal, just one medal picked up by the Russian team so far. A bit of a disappointment to them, I'm sure. High-powered players they sent out here could reasonably have hoped to have done a bit better, to be honest. Menashkin it is who gets penalized for stepping out the contest area. Exciting move, but it didn't come up with a score, but it has resulted in Ilyasov holding Menashkin in Munigatami. So Ilyasov it is who will go into round 3. He had a bye in the first round. He puts out Grigory Menashkin and he takes his place in round 3.
The next contest on Tatami 3. Second round for men under 100 kilos. In blue judogi representing Austria, Leonid Müller. In white judogi representing Belarus, Nikita Smirit.
On mat number 3, Mikita Svirid of Belarus faces Laurin Berlo of Austria. It's Svirid in the white judogi, Berlo in blue. The winner of this to face Niaz Ilyasov in round 3. That's quite a lineup in Pool D. Wolf Aaron, Karl Richard Frey, Niaz Ilyasov, and then whomsoever wins out of this one. Just for the shimiwaza. Berla trying to fight it off. Well, the referee's in a good position to see exactly where that is.
Golden score.
He decided that that was across the chin and he called mate. Not sure which action they're looking at now. He's got them paused for a moment whilst he... Okay, just looked like a passivity penalty for Nikita Zvirid.
Golden score. Tatami 1.
Suspicion of touching the leg there, but it's very brief. Not going to call him for that, no. They're calling for a force attack, however, Lauren Berla.
Second round for men under 100 kilos. Tatami 2. In blue judo representing France. Rio de Janeiro Olympic Games bronze medalist Cyril Marais. In white judo representing Korea. Cho Woo-han.
Weiter, weiter. Wieder beide Arme. Левая рукой, не кидайся в нее, подсони себе.
Tatami 1. Second round for men under 100 kilos. In blue judo representing France, Alexandre Idir. In white judo representing Georgia.
Still just the Shido apiece, picked up by Zvirid and Berla. No score as yet. We're hoping for something special to end this one. We've still got a bit of time. They are in really top-class company, this pair. And one of them is about to go into round 3, joining Wolf Aaron, Karl Richard Frey and Niyaz Ilyasov.
Weiter, gut.
Those will be the fighters in round 3. In Pool D, that's the one that we're watching here on mat 3. A little bit too far away with that effort. Thought about the Makikomi, but he couldn't get the arm far enough across. Zvirid does, but Berla manages to block it. Just a few seconds left, and this one is going to golden score.
Golden score, Tatami 3.
Oh, nice effort, but I think Burla may have taken it over. He's got a bit of a claim here, whether or not it's going to be justified. He picks up Shido instead.
Betrieb! Guck!
Well, Zvirid managing to wear down Laurin Burla in the end, getting past the defense on the ground and coming up with the Judo Tatami for the win. Took a little while, but in the end, Zvirid coming out on top. So we've got the Pool D round 3 lineup for you. Wolf Aaron of Japan will face Karl Richard Frey of Germany, and it'll be Niyaz Ilyasov of Russia to face Nikita Zvirid of Belarus. Here he is, Nikita Zvirid, winner of that round 2 contest. Well, we're going to have our first... No, we didn't. I was going to say we're going to have our first look at the under 78 kilo category. We did see one contest in the under 78 kilo category earlier on. It was the one first rank contest. That was Beata Pakut winning over Nodira Yuldasheva. Well, we're back up to the Pool C. Natalie Powell of Great Britain faces Sarah Mazuz of Gabon. It'll be Powell in the white judogi. It is Powell in the white judogi, Mazuz in blue.
Evet, 100 kilogram çeki derecesinde ikinci round. Göğüs bölgede dünya şampiyonluğunun güç mücadelesi, Ali Fırlan'ın güç mücadelesi. Elmar Gasimov, Azerbaycan. Rakibi ağız bölgede Danilo Martic, Montenegro.
Powell, number 2 seed here at this competition. World number 2 as well. The bronze medalist at last year's World Championship, so she'll fancy her chances here, I suppose. Yep, turned her opponent there with what Neil Adams calls the tip. Turning over her opponent. Good lead for Powell. Just missed out on the possibility of finishing off on the ground. Had the Osaikomi momentarily. She's got a good lead with, well, a little under 3 minutes to go. Moving nicely, Miss Powell, moving comfortably. There's Aftandil Chirikishvili on the left, his wife on the right, and their little boy, their son. Spectators at this particular event. 2:20 odd left to go. Powell leads by Rosari over on that near side in this corner. Here, Powell backed up a little bit. She's got a good grip and go around the waist here. And again, the turn, missed out Chance just to turn her opponent onto her side. Mazuz is going to have to be careful with that because Powell's pretty sharp at coming up with the counters. Oh, Powell picked up a penalty for passivity. Not going to do any damage at the moment. She leads by Wazarian, is looking threatening as well. Missed with the Sumigaeshi effort and has just got the leg wrapped up, and it looks quite tight there. Powell can push down with the right foot on the left thigh of her opponent, but that doesn't happen. The referee calls mate, stands them up with 1:29 left to go. Ooh, almost a slip there from Mazuz, and Powell looking to take advantage with the Kosatogaki. She does. She brings her opponent down for a second score. Wazari Awazeti upon. She was into the Osaikomi anyway. But that is safely negotiated. Those fights can be tricky first time up early in the day. And we've seen a few favoured athletes go out early. Not the case with Powell. She is safely through to round 3, having defeated Sarah Mazuz of Gabon. That will settle the nerves a little bit for her. She can now start thinking about who's coming up next. Just got to get the first one out of the way. She'll also be glad that she came up with 2 scoring techniques in there. That's always a good thing. Didn't have to sneak past anyone with a and Sokomaki on 3 shidos for your opponent. You came up with 2 good scores, had a little stab at things on the ground as well. Just get out there, feel what it's like in the middle of the map. World Championships, a second chance here now for a medal to follow the medal she took last year. Okay, on map number 3 now, we got Loriana Kuka of Kosovo faces Klara Apoteka of Slovenia. It's Kuka in the white judogi, Apoteka in blue. The fast developing Loriana Kuka, young, exciting fighter, new on the scene. Unfortunately for her, she's come up against an exceptionally tricky and at times awkward opponent. Tall and leggy, rangy and difficult to get past. Anyway, you've got to fight all sorts at the World Championships. You can't pick and choose your opponents. Just got to go up against whomsoever the draw decides you'll face. Be nice to see what Loriana Kuka's got to offer up. And there is the danger. There's the tricky side of Apoteka. She comes up with a technique that Kuka hasn't faced before. She's in completely the wrong position and in a way demonstrates her, I have to say, naivety in the weight category, because that is a technique that Apoteka is well known for. And she gave her the side of the body that Apoteka wanted, and she took it gladly. It's not so apparent from the top view, but see it here. You can't stay there. You know, you've got to get out of there. That's at the point at which you've got to get out. She didn't, and she ended up getting caught. All right, so we now know the opponent for Natalie Powell in round 3. It will be Klara Apoteka of Slovenia. On mat number 3 now, Hamada Shori of Japan. She faces Karen Leon of Venezuela. It's Hamada in the white judogi, Leon in blue. And there's another one going over with 10 seconds on the clock. Dear dear. Tumbling like 9 pins here. Unfortunately, that is a slightly embarrassing exit for Karen Leon, who under normal circumstances you would expect to offer up a little bit more. But the quality here is super high, as Esther Stam says. And again, another athlete just taken back, just in the wrong position. And the higher quality fight is able to feel something and react to it very, very quickly. Another one, dare I say, another one bites the dust. Hamada through to round 3. Well, I suspect that the upcoming contest is going to offer up a little bit more than we've seen in the previous 2. Of course, we've seen Ippons, we've enjoyed that.
The next contest on Tatami 3.
But I think this one is going to be a little bit more of a battle. Bernadette Graf of Austria faces Beata Pakut of Poland. It'll be Graf in the white judogi, Pakut in blue. See how long this one lasts then.
Second round for women under 78 kilos, Tatami 2. In blue judogi representing Great Britain, Katie Jemima Isma. In white judogi for Cuba, the current Pan-American champion, Kalima Andonachi.
Graf still settling into her relatively new weight category, under 78 kilos. Previously competed well at under 70, but has decided to go up to 78 kilo category.
Next contest on Tatami 2, second round for women under 78 kilos. In blue judogi for Australia, Melanie Wallace. In white judogi for Poland, Paula Kulaga.
Günever'de medyada dolu 100 kilogram çekilmesinin 2. round. Gölcük'te Kyle Reis, Kanada. Rakibi Arjulag'da Muhammed Karim Khurramov, Özbekistan.
Pakut looking to go over that right hip, or to at least take Graf over the right hip. She managed to step off that. Half the contest gone, no score as yet, and no real clear favourite in this one. Each pool has 2 seeds in it. Natalie Powell is the number 2 seed in this pool. Hamada Shori is the other seeded player. Everyone else unseeded. We've already lost Mazuz and Kuka. Karen Leon, fallen by the wayside. Graf and Pakut are the only unseeded players left in, along with Clara Apoteca. So there'll be one seeded player in round 3, along with Clara Apoteca, and one seeded player along with, that's Hamada Shori, along with the winner of this one, Graf or Pakut.
Hör mal zu, du musst es deutlicher zeigen. Seitliches Annähern. Das ist zu wenig. Das Bein in die Mitte rein. Und nicht nur so.
Well, that seemed to fly by, really. Only 2 seconds left on the clock. We're going to go into golden score to sort this one out. Evenly matched pair. Yes, that'll be a score. Stepped over the attack from Pakut, did Graf, and she came up with the counter. Well, it took her 33 seconds of the golden score period to come up with that winning technique, but when it arrived, it was Bernadette Graf who managed to come out on top. That's the end of Beata Pakut's World Championships, I'm afraid. She bows out in round 2. Bernadette Graf goes through to the 3rd round, where she'll face Hamada Shori of Japan. Right, well, all that action that we've been watching in the under 78 kilo category has taken place in Pool C. We come now to the first of the contests in round 2 in Pool D. And on the mat now is Audrey Chamillot of France. She faces India Bigay of Senegal. It'll be Chamillot in the white judogi, Ndeye in blue. Or Ndiaye, sorry. Well, Chamillot wasting no time. 15 seconds it took for Audrey Chamillot to get going there. NGI having a swift introduction to international judo and losing out to the former world champion and Olympic bronze medalist Audrey Chamillot of France. Number 3 seed here, Audrey Chamillot.
Judo ve Tatami'ye devlet oldu. Üst kilogram çiğnerisinde ikinci round. Michel Morak, Çekya, rakibi George Fonseca, Portugalya.
Audrey Chamillot looking for her 4th world medal. She's got the full set, a gold, silver and a bronze. So whatever happens, if she medals today, she will add to one of those columns. For those of you that enjoy those statistics. Right, on mat number 3. We've got Alice Machakova of the Czech Republic. She faces Alexandra Babintseva of Russia. Mateshkova in the white judogi, Babintseva in blue.
Podsud za sebou, dopředu, dozadu, zkoušíme.
Назад, вперед!
Jezdí pravačka!
Reasonable effort on the left side there from Babintseva. Almost countered her. So another good effort from the Russian athlete. Matechkova almost getting caught there. Minute and a half left to go. Well, she threatened over there, hadn't she, Babintseva, and eventually coming up with a winning technique. Nicely done as well. Babintseva, it is, who goes into round 3. She'll face Audrey Chamillot of France.
Bir numaralı Tatami'ye devlet olan 100 kilogram çekin öncesinde ikinci round Judo Daniel Keker, Belarus, rakibi A judogi Anton Savitsky, Ukraina.
Second round for the women under 78 kilos, Tatami 3. In blue judogi representing Germany, Louise Malzahn. In white judogi representing the Netherlands, Marine Verkerk.
Right, coming up next is Marine Verkerk of the Netherlands. She faces Louisa Malzahn of Germany. It's Verkerk in the white judogi, Malzahn in blue. These pair are well known to each other. First got to grips with each other back in 2011 at the Grand Prix in Amsterdam, 2011. 7 times they've gone head-to-head since then. Malzahn has won 4 and... Sorry, Verkerk has won 4 and Malzahn has won 3. Verkerk has won the last 2. First time that they've ever faced each other in anything other than the final block. They've always managed to meet with a semi-final, quarter-final, I suppose. That's not the final block. But the rest of the time was medal matches. But in the preliminary rounds, I suppose that's probably a better way of putting it. First time they've gone head-to-head in a preliminary contest where losing would put one of them out. Uchimata right-sided from Malzahn, defended by Verkerk. 2:20 odd left to go. Verkerk comes back with a Seoinage attempt. It just has Malzahn blocking it. Well, Verkerk could have looked to her coach for some inside information on her opponent, because in the coach's chair for Marine Verkerk is Michael Basinski, who had previously been head coach of the German women's team.
Tatami number 2. 78 kilogram çekim derecesinde ikinci round. Judo Diana Brenes, Costa Rica. Arms like that, China.
Strong right-sided effort there from Verkerk, and Malzahn doing everything that she could to fight that one off.
That's away. Good so.
Still penalty-free. Malzahn attacking right-sided this time. 20-odd seconds left to go. Chance to work on the arm here. Verkerk, good position. Time has run out, and it will be a golden score that will sort this one out.
Ja, du hast die Power. Weiter so! Ja, du bist stark!
Third round for men under 100 kilos. Tatami 2. In blue judogi representing Serbia, Bojan Gosha. In white judogi representing the Netherlands, Michael Koral.
Da sein! Vorwärts gehen! Gut so!
Stay strong. Moving legs.
Günümüzde Tatami devet olan 100 kilogram çeki derecesinde ikinci round göğüs
We've had a minute of golden score. There's no score as yet. Bonsenagi, good effort here from Verkerk, but Malzahn able to block that one.
Stark bleiben jetzt! Komm, du willst!
Komi, she just manages to hang on to roll Malzahn over for the score. Almost 2 minutes of golden score needed before Verkerk manages to wrap the arms up and continue to push to bring Verkerk down onto a side, eventually onto her back, and the single score that wins it for Martin Verkerk. She goes through to round 3. So we've got one more round 2 contest to go in this pool. Coming up next, Patrícia Sampaio of Portugal faces Audrey Njepang Njapa of Cameroon. It's Sampaio in the white judogi and Njepang Njapa in blue.
The next contest on Tatami 2 is third round for men under 100 kilos. In blue judogi representing
Right-sided effort from Sampaio, and then she counters Njepang Njapa for Ippon. That all happened very quickly. Another one that was over fairly quickly, within 30 seconds. There's the Uchimata, almost an Uranagi, and then the Kosotogaki. Sampaio, it is, who goes through to round 3. She'll face Martinda Verkerk of the Netherlands. Well, that should bring us neatly back to the under 100 kilo category. Indeed it does, and making their way down to this end of the competition hall. The contestants in the under 100 kilo category, third round, Pool D. Wolf Aaron of Japan faces Karl Richard Frey of Germany. It'll be Wolf in the white judogi, Frey in blue.
Üçüncü Tatami'de çıkan avcı bölümünde Wolf Aaron, Japonya tanıcısı dünya şampiyonatının galibidir.
Wolf is the current world champion. Richard Frey has been on the World Championship podium on a couple of occasions, once in Chelyabinsk, where he picked up a bronze medal. And then in 2015, he picked up silver when he lost out in the final to Haga Ryonosuke of Japan. So he's got some history with the Japanese at the World Championships, as Karl Richard Frey. Looking for a bit of revenge here then. Might be looking for some revenge against Wolf Aaron, who he lost to at the Baku Grand Slam a couple of years ago. So right here, he lost out to Wolf. That was in the bronze medal contest. Richard Frey looking to claim a score there, but they weren't interested. This for a place in the quarter-final. We've already come to round 3. This is where we are. Whomsoever wins this goes into the business end of the day, as I like to call it. Quarter-final and beyond. Low, left-sided. Wolf untroubled by that particular attack, and he picks up a penalty for a false attack. Didn't impress Wolf, and unfortunately, it didn't impress Raul Camacho, the referee in the middle. He can attack from there. Just put a bit of pressure on and make Wolf pay for having gone to his knees. No score yet. Both fighters have picked up a penalty apiece. Searching for grips. Almost caught him with the feint there, just shaping the show that he was going around the front, and then change direction and look to take Frey back and over with Tanio Toshi. Yeah, I didn't think there was a score. They had a little bit of a look, but really wasn't there. Uchimata, and over goes Karl Richard Frey. Caught beautifully here. Can't get off that one. Ouch. Well, he was in it up until the last 10 seconds when Wolf launched that Uchimata. One big attack from the Japanese. Arm over the back, and that was probably what angered Karl Richard Frey, because he knew he needed to avoid that, but just couldn't get off it. Wolf Aaron of Japan goes through to the quarter-final. Coming up next, Niaz Ilyasov of Russia. He faces Mikita Zvirid of Belarus. It's Ilyasov in the white judogi, Zvirid in blue. The winner of this will face Wolf Aaron of Japan. Slightly subdued start from Ilyasov and Zvirid. Both fighters looking for more comfortable grips from which to work from.
In white for the Netherlands, world number 1, Kyushu Stenhouse.
Sometimes you've just got to take what you can get. We saw how explosive Ilyasov can be in his previous contest when he caught Grigory Menashkin. Ilyasov had a bye in round 1.
Third round for women under 78 kilos, Tatami 2. In blue judo gi representing Poland, Paula Ulaga. In white judo gi representing Great Britain, Kate Jemima Isfran.
Minute and a half left to go. Both fighters just very tentative. Zvirid shaped for the Kosodakaki. There's a single slip. Ilyasov moves into Osaikomi. And he's not going to let him out of that. In fact, Zvirid has to tap out because we can see that he's got his ribs heavily strapped up. As soon as Ilyasov squeezes that on, Zvirid's legs are kicking and he's in pain and he has to tap out. So Niaz Ilyasov goes through to the quarterfinal. He'll face Wolf Aaron of Japan. Coming up next, Natalie Powell of Great Britain faces Klara Apoteker of Slovenia. It'll be Powell in the white judogi, Apoteker in blue.
The next contest on Tatami 3.
Just tell you quickly that lineup, Powell and Apoteker. The other round 3 contests are Hamada Shori of Japan and Bernadette Graf of Austria, Audrey Mio of France, and Alexandra Babintseva of Russia, and then Mahinda Verkerk of the Netherlands and Patricia Sampaio of Portugal. But here is Powell in the white judogi, Apoteker in blue. There's the tip, over goes Apoteker. They've both got their tricks, and Powell is the one who gets on the board first.
In white judogi representing France, the current European champion, Madeleine Alonga.
So Powell leads inside the 3 minutes. We've had 3 minutes and a bit. Long time. Sorry, we've had a minute and a bit. Sumigaeshi effort from Apotheker, but it doesn't really trouble Natalie Powell. Trying to go over on the right side, Apotheker. Powell's not having any of it. Oh, what a Sumigaeshi. That was so close to being Ippon. It really was. Beautifully executed by Clara Apotheker. And indeed, the referee does now give Ippon. He gave Wazari initially, but really there was very little. Back numbers disappeared, and when that happens, that's normally Ippon. Well, disaster for the number 2 seed going out in round 3. There's no comeback from there as well. You need to get to the quarterfinal to be able to have any kind of involvement in the later stages of the competition, and unfortunately for Natalie Powell, that didn't happen. Loses out to Clara Apotheker of Slovenia. It's the Slovenian who goes into the quarterfinal.
Third round for women under 78 kilos, Tatami 3. In blue judogi representing Austria, Bernadette Brock. In white judogi representing...
On mat 3 now, Hamada Shori of Japan faces Bernadette Graf of Austria. It is Hamada in the white judogi, Graf in blue.
Third round for the women under 78 kilos, Tatami 2. In blue judogi representing People's Republic of China, Ma Jinzhao. In white judogi representing Brazil.
Yeah, nice turn. I don't know if Graf will be able to claim anything. She does. Good turn from Bernadette Graf. And it's Hamada who ends up on her side and then her back, and giving up Wazari. A little over 3 minutes left to go. Strong gripping needed from Graf here to keep Hamada out, and only letting her get the grip that you feel that you're comfortable with. Up on the hip, changing hip. Oh, that was close. And this time it is Hamada who comes up with the Wazari, but the Osaikomi is there anyway. Doesn't make any difference whether it's Wazari Rashid. She's rolled into the Osaikomi right away. But what would you know, Marko Špitka is asking to see something. What would he like to see? The Wazari was cancelled, which is what he's saying should happen. That happened. It's not possible to unroll out of the Osaikomi. There's another look at it. They gave Wazari, but cancelled. But it wouldn't have made any difference because they went immediately into Osaikomi. Yeah, gets turned into the Osaikomi. Cancelled the Wazari, for Hamada, which means that she's got to hold her opponent for 20 seconds, which she did, and that was the end of that. On mat 3 now, Audrey Chermio of France faces Alexandra Babintseva of Russia. It's Chermio in the white judogi, Babintseva in blue. It'll be Hamada to face Clara Apoteca of Slovenia. Single Shido against Babintseva at the moment. Chermio comes up with the score there. Wazari, can she bring Babintseva under control? Not quite. Half the contest gone. Chermio in control here. Uchimata from Babintseva, and now she gets turned. Well, just when you thought that Chermio might be able to turn Babintseva, it's the French fighter who gets rolled. Rosaria piece then, minute 40 odd left to go. Oh, and she's thrown Chermio. Alexandra Babintseva throws the former world champion Audrey Chermio for Ippon. What an Uchimata that was. And the Russians have been looking for someone at 78 and plus 78 for quite a long time, and it could be that just when they need to find someone, they've unearthed a fighter in Alexandra Babintseva. Absolutely planted Audrey Chermio. Audrey Chermio goes out of the competition. Out of the competition, too, goes Mayra Aguiar of Brazil. She lost out to Ma Denzhou of China. They were both former world champions. And both have gone out. Uchimata. Beautifully done.
On Tatami 3. Third round for women under 78 kilos. In blue judogi representing...
Well, we've got one more third round contest to come, and there's another former world champion taking to the mat now. Marginte Verkerk of the Netherlands faces Patrizia Sampaio of Portugal. It's Verkerk in the white judogi, Sampaio in blue. Verkerk, neat turnover. Can she control Sampaio? Sumigaji from Sampaio, easily dealt with by Verkerk, but she misses the opportunity to take advantage of the situation on the ground.
Birinci tatamiye devlet onuru 100 kilogram çeki derecesinde 3. round. Judo gider. Eltomak Soren, Otkon Batar, Mongolistan, Judo gider. Yevgenis Borodavka, Latvia.
Just trying to free the leg to take control, and now Tatami. Urgent movements from Sampaio to try and dislodge Verkerk from that position, but it's not going to happen. That is vice-like from the 2009 world champion, Marhinda Verkerk. She's through to the quarterfinal. Okay. We have the quarterfinal lineup for you. It'll be Guusje Steenhuis of the Netherlands to face Katie Jemima Yates-Brown of Great Britain. Madeleine Malonga of France faces Ma Zhenjiao of China. Clara Apoteca of Slovenia faces Hamada Shori of Japan. And Alexandra Babintseva of Russia to face Marhinda Verkerk of the Netherlands. We'll have a look at this action, and then we'll be back in 5 minutes' time with more judo.
Tatami 2, it's time for the quarterfinals for men under 100 kilos.
İkinci tatamide 100 kilogram çeki derecesinde 4'te 1 final merhalesi başlıyor.
We invite on mat 2 for the quarterfinal. In blue for Korea, Choi Woo-man. In white for the Netherlands, Michael Corral.
Birinci Tatami'de 5 derecelik fasle alınır.
So I guess we're in the quarters now. Okay, we have quarterfinals.
Right, well, here we are with the first of the quarterfinals in the lower half of the draw. It's Pool D. We've only got the one, actually, one quarterfinal in Pool D. There was one in Pool C, B and A. We just got the one down here. It is Wolf Aaron, the current world champion. He's up against Niaz Ilyasov of Russia. It's Wolf in the white judogi, Ilyasov in blue. There's a stab on the right side from Ilyasov that brings Wolf down to his knees, and he's just defending there. No real threat on the ground. There wasn't a big attack from Ilyasov as far as the Neowaza was concerned, but Wolf ends up collecting a Shido with 2.5 minutes left to go. Threat with the Koso Tagaki there, but Wolf stands up strong.
Winner of that 2 in blue for Korea, Choi. He will be in the semi-final for men under 100 kilos. The next contest on Tatami 1, quarter-final for men under 100 kilos.
İlk Tatami'de 100 kilogram çeki derecesinde 4'te bir final görüşü.
In blue for Egypt, several times African champion, Ramadan Kambish. In white for Georgia.
Nice pressure here from Ilyasov. Just want to get away from the edge of the contest area. Not the best place to be. Missed with the Yoko Sutemiwaza, but he's wrapped up the right leg. And that was his saving grace.
Quarterfinal for the women under 78 kilos. Tatami 2.
İkinci Tatami'de 78 çekim derecesinde kadın judocuların 4'te bir final görüşü.
In blue judo representing Great Britain, Katie Jemima Instram. In white judo representing the Netherlands, world number 1, Kyushi Stenhouse.
Still just that single Shido against Wolf. No score as yet. A little over a minute left to go. No score. Difficult to say where that one was going. Half a minute left to go then. No score. This would be a great time to come up with a score. There'll be very little time to pull it back. Yes, it's a Koso Dagaki that catches the world champion, and he throws him for Ippon. Bided his time, arm around the back, attacked the left leg, huge push, and over went Wolf. Well, they may have had a thin time of it, the Russian team, but putting the world champion flat on his back for Ippon, that will please not only Ilyasov, but the whole of the Russian team. That was terrific. Wolf goes into the repechage, Ilyasov into the semi-final. Ilyasov stayed around to have a look at that on the big screen. Arm around the back, over the top, around the back. And beautifully executed Koso Dagaki.
Üçüncü Tatami'de 78 çekim derecesinde kadın judocuların 4'te bir final görüşü.
Right, coming up next, the quarter-final in Pool C in the under 78 kilo category. Klara Apoteka of Slovenia faces Hamada Shori of Japan. It's Apoteka in the white judogi, Hamada in blue.
Tatami 1, winner in white for Georgia, Liparteliani. Barman Liparteliani goes to the semi-final for men under 100 kilos.
Look at the height difference between this pair. Apoteka really brings a different look to this weight category and all sorts of difficulties that come with that. Well, both fighters have picked up a penalty apiece. And they've had plenty of time to settle. We've had half the contest. And apart from the foot tapping, there really hasn't been a great deal. There's an ojigari from Hamada Shuri, but she really doesn't push and follow through with that. Well, the referee penalises Hamada for a second time, this time for holding on to one side of the gi with both hands for too long.
The winner of the Tatami 2 in blue, representing People's Republic of China, Ma Jianshao. She goes to the semi-final for women under 78 kilos. Dear spectators, this was the last contest on Tatami 2 in the preliminaries.
İkinci tatamide görüşüyor.
Nice turn, got to work hard here. Apotheker to try and avoid going in the osaikomi. She cannot. The osaikomi's been called, and that now is too tight. Munigatami, I don't think she'll be getting out of that one, I'm afraid. Clara Apotheker losing out to Hamada Shuri.
Winner on match 3 in blue, representing Japan, Hamada Shuri. Hamada Shuri goes to the semi-final for the women under 78 kilos.
So a real chance here then for someone to do something a little bit special. There'll be no Aguiar, there'll be no Chirmio. A real opportunity for someone to come and grab the world title at under 78 kilos. Up next then, Alexandra Babintseva of Russia faces Marhinda Verkerk of the Netherlands. It's Babintseva in the white judo gi, Verkerk in blue. This for a place in the second of the semi-finals. Verkerk has got to be favourite. She's been here before. She's been world title holder before. Babintseva, an outsider. But she really does have good throwing skills. Through the former world champion, double Olympic medalist, Audrey Chirmio for Ippon, beautifully with Uchimata. Can she put out another former world champion? This time it's Marhinda Verkerk. It would be absolutely amazing and stunning, really. It would be completely unexpected.
Winner Tatami'de Moğolistan temsilcisi Fenerbahçe Hongkong'da galip gelerek dünya şampiyonu dünyanın final merkezinde vesile kazandı.
Good pressure from Babintseva. I don't know what got into her today. She seems to be growing into the weight with each round.
Dear spectators, the preliminary contest in Tatami 1 has ended.
Having an absolutely great day of it is Babintseva so far. And there may yet be more to come. Good grip around the right side of Verkerk. Verkerk breaks that up and looks to come up with her own attack. Thought about the left Ojigari there, did Babintseva. On Seoinage, she's managed to avoid that. A little over 2 minutes left to go. Anybody's contest here. Verkerk, on paper, the favourite, having already won a world title way back in 2009. But she has been around and about and medaling. Babintseva new to this kind of pressure. Again over on the right side, needs to get up from there. Minute and a half left to go. There's a nice standing Marote Seoinage effort from Verkerk that Babintseva managed to block. But she ends up picking up a penalty for passivity now, with 1:20 left to go. Here comes Babintseva. That's a better grip. Goes over on the left-hand side. Ojigari as well. But Verkerk steps off that. She almost came up with a little Ashi, was it? But not quite. That would have been a nice combination. Osodagari, but not with the breaking of the balance beforehand. That was what was missing there. Little Ashi was from Verkerk. Just failed to break a balance. This is a better looking effort as well. Can go over the back here. What's going to happen? The referee will call mate. Just slipped off that. Not really in control there. So difficult to claim a score for that one. "17 seconds left to go. Who can dig the deepest here? Back to the feet for Verkerk. Osodagari, I think, is the best bet for Babintseva. She's strong enough now that some of the power has drained from Verkerk. Babintseva could still do it. Missed with the little hook with the Ojigari. No, down on the elbow, so that won't be a score. No. Good drive. Not quite. Fallen into the osaikomi. The failed effort there, she knows it. It's not going to happen now. She's had to tap out. Oh, Babintseva went for it. Missed the technique, fell into the osaikomi, and Verkerk wasn't going to pass up that opportunity. So into the semi-final goes Marhinda Fairkirk. She'll face Hamada Shori of Japan. The second semi-final will be Ma Junjiao of China. She'll face Kusha Steenhuis of the Netherlands. We'll be back with all the repechage contest and medal matches later. But from the broadcast team here in Baku, it's bye-bye for now.